name is Stephen Crane, and today I will be going over the design for my level in Fight the Dragon, Leaving Home. So let's get right into it. Let's get a selection going here. Alright, so this is the area you kind of spawn out into. There are 6 rats. You have to defeat all 6 rats to be able to leave the graveyard. I've also placed in these health chests, so when you open them, there's either health or rage potions that come out. It's completely random, don't really have any control over it, but that way it gives the player a little something to work with. This is supposed to be the beginning level of a episodic campaign series, so it is the very first level of the very first campaign of this series. So it's not meant to be that difficult, it's meant to start out the story and kind of get the player to dive right into what's going on. So immediately the player spawns on the spawn location and they have to kill the 6 rats in the graveyard. Once they do that, they can leave. And before I get too far into this, I'm gonna kind of go over. I have placed secret locations, and will be doing that throughout the entire series. So as you can see, there's that chest back there. It's kind of hidden, unless you like rotate your camera around just the right angle. So I have those throughout the levels. I won't really be going over those as much unless they're kind of key to the level, but I just want to give you a heads up that that is something that I incorporated in these levels, but the main focus is on the story and the player development as well as some of the engagements and interactions. So anyways, once you defeat all 6 rats, it unlocks the door. It opens up for the player. When you leave, it triggers day cycle change, so it actually progresses time. That's what this trigger box is right here. Let me pull up the logic for it. So as you can see, it does more than just change the day. It actually turns off the fog effects, because with sunlight usually that warms up the air, fog dissipates, so it disables those. Let me go into the environment. So as you can see, it jumps from 5 a.m., which the levels just naturally started out at, to 7 a.m. So the sun's just rising, you've completed a task, it's a sign of progression or whatever. So once you leave the graveyard, you will actually come across the farmer. Him and the village guard, as well as your grandfather in this, are the only NPCs that are initially spawned in. You can talk to him or the village guard, or both, and they'll just tell you to go see your grandfather. So then this is the town that I've got, or the little village. We've got all of the villagers' homes, we've got the blacksmith's house, we've got the farmer's house, we've got the mayor's house, your and your grandfather's house, as well as the carpenter's house. All of these have NPCs that are kind of assigned to the homes. They're the ones that actually unlock the homes for you as you progress. So anyways, once you head over here, there is a checkpoint right here. It's a circle, where then if you die, you respawn at this location. It also allows the players to pick up some health if they've taken any damage from the rats, or lets them save it for later. So by going over to your house, it actually teleports you into another location, which is the inside of your house. I'm sorry, it's actually this one. Yeah, it's this one. Where then you can talk to your grandfather. By going into this door, it actually turns off this teleporter, to force you to then progress to the story, and he's got a little exclamation mark above his head, so you can tell that he is a key character and you need to speak with him. Once you speak with him, then the door unlocks again and you can leave. Also, I have chests in each of the houses. They're kind of in plain sight, but also at the same time kind of hidden, so if the player looks around a little bit more, they've got a loot chest that they'll come across, as well as they're rewarded for actually speaking with some of the other NPCs, because that's how their houses unlock. So let me pull up his dialogue here. So as you can see at the bottom, he actually has 11 different dialogue cycles. I'm sorry, 12 different dialogue cycles, and then 11 actions upon finishing the dialogue. So he's kind of a key character, he kind of goes over like why you don't have parents or whatever, and everybody kind of talks about you leaving for your big adventure, because the story is that you've come of age and it's time for you to leave town and go on adventures of your own. So he pretty much talks to you about that, kind of gives you some backstory on how your parents died, and then after that you're able to leave again. Once you leave again, a couple more of the town's people are awake. Actually, when you leave, you step into this trigger box, which isn't activated until you speak with your grandfather, so it's turned on at that point, and then when you leave the house, it activates the trigger, which changes the day cycle back to 5 a.m., so it's darker out, and starts a rain environment effect, as well as enables all the triggers to have thunder on a 5-second delay. So once you go through a trigger box or whatever, after 5 seconds you'll hear a thunder boom off in the distance. So it's clearly raining out, it's a stormy day. But anyways, so it turns on all these NPCs and activates some of their dialogue. The wives will tell you go to talk to their husbands, they have something for you. By talking with each one of them, which are the ones with the asterisks over their head, they just unlock the doors, which allow you to go into their house and claim another chest of treasure. So you go through and you can talk to them, or you can choose not to. However, the next critical path thing to do is talk to the village guard once again. Your grandfather tells you that if you want to just go ahead and begin your journey, just talk to the village guard. So when you do talk to him, he talks about how it's a shame to see you go, and then all of a sudden there's a boom and a rumble, and orcs attack, and he says that. So at that point it spawns in the enemies over here, which are these 6 orcs, which you have to defeat. When they come in, if you drop all of them to 50% health or lower, or just kill them outright, it will spawn in the troll. When the troll dies, it will actually unlock the next step in the progression to finishing the level, as well as it opens up this secret cellar door, which has the end of level loot chest at it. Also, in the process of the attack, it forces the mayor to die, and if you talk to his ghost, he just tells you that he kind of curses you and hopes ill will upon you. Also, once you defeat the troll, once you either step out of this trigger box or into this large one up here, it progresses the day-night cycle further. I want to say it's to 11 in the morning, as well as activates God Rays, so that way you can tell that it's become a sunny day, the kind of storm has cleared, you've defended the village, and you're ready to proceed on with your journey. So you go up to the village guard again at his new location, and you speak to him, and he actually opens the gate and allows you to click on the finish level obelisk. And that is it for this level. It's real short. Like I said, it's a starting point. You really only have the 2 engagements with the rats at the very beginning in the cemetery, as well as the orcs in the village. It touches on some of the player's backstory to be like, hey, your parents died to an orc attack. It kind of shows the support of the villagers, of you, shows that you have close ties to them, except for the mayor, who kind of blames you for a lot and ends up cursing you when he dies. And so yeah, it's just kind of the foundation for the story, and to kind of draw players in as that hook, that initial starter level. So the next level will progressively get a little bit harder, introduce some more mechanics, some more gameplay features to the campaign to get players used to that, and then it will proceed on from there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you watch the next video and continue with the series. Thank you.